Skip the $6 drive-thru. In 1 minute, we'll blend a cookie-packed Mocha Frappuccino with a few simple ingredients. And I'll even include a bonus ingredient to make it extra creamy. I hope you're ready. Let's get started. We're going to begin by brewing a double shot of espresso. But if you like your Frappuccinos on the sweeter side, just use a single shot instead. But for this large Frappuccino, I recommend a double shot. But hey, if you don't have an espresso machine, no worries. Just brew 4 ounces of very strong coffee. If you've seen my videos before, you know how much I love this part. It looks so cool. And here's a quick tip. I always like to brew the espresso or coffee at the beginning. This gives it plenty of time to cool before we add the ice. Alright, now that the double shot of espresso is ready, it's time to add it to the blender container. And now we're ready for step number 2. For step number 2, we'll need 3/4 of a cup of milk. I recommend using 2% milk. But you can use any type of milk. Even non-dairy options like oat or almond milk work fine. No matter which option you choose, make sure it's cold, straight from the refrigerator. When you have it ready, go ahead and add your 3/4 of a cup of milk to your blender container. And next up, we're ready for our third ingredient. It's time to bring down the temp a little bit. For this step, we'll need 1.5 cups of ice. You can use crushed or cubed ice. When you have your 1.5 cups of ice ready, go ahead and add it to the espresso and milk in your blender container. Now we're ready for the next ingredient, and it's a sweet one. 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar. This is a pretty straightforward ingredient that can be found in almost every kitchen, so when you have it ready, go ahead and add it to the other ingredients in the blender container. Next up, we're ready for a little bit of chocolate flavor. We'll need 3 tablespoons of chocolate sauce. You can use chocolate syrup instead of chocolate sauce in a pinch, but I recommend chocolate sauce. It has a thicker and less watered down consistency. Plus, I just feel like it has a better flavor profile. When you have your 3 tablespoons of chocolate sauce ready, add it to your blender. The next ingredient is the star of the show. You know, it wouldn't be a Mocha cookie crumble frappuccino without cookies. You'll need a 1/4 cup of crushed Oreos or your cookie of choice. I actually bought these mini-sized Oreos because it made it easier to crush. And while we're only using a 1/4 cup of crushed Oreos now, I suggest going ahead and crushing another 1 to 2 tablespoons to use in the topping later on. Oh yeah, and crushing them is really simple. I just put the Oreos in a small bowl or sandwich bag and crush them with a large spoon. When you have your 1/4 cup of crushed Oreos ready, go ahead and add it to the blender. It's almost time to blend, but right now we're going to add in some natural vanilla flavor. And to achieve this, we'll add in a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I love vanilla. This is the natural vanilla extract we sell on our Lone Goose Bakery website. It's made with real Madagascar vanilla beans, just like our vanilla syrup. But no matter what vanilla extract you use, just please make sure it's high quality. And when you have your 1/4 teaspoon ready, go ahead and add it to your blender. Now we're ready for the last bonus ingredient that I mentioned in the intro. It's a 1/4 teaspoon of Xanthan Gum, and it's spelled Xanthan. This Mocha Cookie Crumble Frappuccino will taste great without it, but it definitely helps thicken it, and it gives it that smooth, slightly stretchy texture like Starbucks. You can easily find it in the baking section of most grocery stores, or pretty much anywhere online. When you have your 1/4 teaspoon ready, go ahead and add it to your blender. Now it's finally time to blend. This is just a quick reminder that all of the ingredients that I've mentioned can also be found in the video description. Make sure the lid to your blender is securely fastened because you don't want a huge mess. Then select the frozen drink setting or something similar on your blender. Or you can simply blend for approximately 1 minute. I love this part because it's blending all of our ingredients and transforming it into our Frappuccino. And while we're blending everything together, it's a perfect time for a quick goose fact. Did you know that a single goose has over 25,000 feathers? That's more than any other bird its size. They even interlock like Velcro to keep the goose dry in icy water. That's one amazing jacket. And now back to blending. When the Frappuccino is finished blending for approximately 1 minute, we're ready for the next step. Take the blender off its base and carefully remove the lid. When you remove the lid, it should look something like this. It should have a smooth consistency without any big chunks. If it's not smooth, you can repeat the previous step by adding it to the blender for an additional 30 seconds. When you're ready, the next step is to add it to your chosen serving glass. This marks the end of the blending process, but we're not finished yet. Now it's time to add the cookie crumble topping. It's really quick and definitely worth it. We're going to begin by adding a few tablespoons of whipped cream. And we're going to finish it off by adding that signature cookie crumble. Hopefully you set aside another 1 to 2 tablespoons of crushed Oreos from before. But if not, just crush another 1 to 2 regular size Oreos and that should be good to go. When you have them crushed, just sprinkle it over the top of the whipped cream. This is great because you can add as much or as little as you like. Once you've added the crushed cookies, your Mocha Cookie Crumble Frappuccino is ready to enjoy. But while you're enjoying, please take a look down below this video and you'll see that we're a small channel. Take a second to be one of our early subscribers. It'll serve 2 goals. It'll help keep us growing rapidly and we'll keep updating you with these great recipes. Now that we've finished this Mocha Cookie Crumble Frappuccino, you need something for the caramel lovers in your life. Check out our popular homemade Starbucks Caramel Frappuccino video and I'll see you there.